here is an alternative on how to change reality. This is how I do it. And I've tried everything else, and I'm sorry, the Santa Claus concept doesn't work for me. The blah 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 affirmations and this talking at an entity that's a third party that my destiny depends on, doesn't work for me. It just doesn't. So here is what I know. Everything that's in my gut that I absolutely desire comes from somewhere. I didn't just make it up. I picked it up from somewhere. So that thing wants to be birthed. The fact that I picked it up, I am one of the potential bodies through which it can be birthed from. So these are the two things I know. Also, I know that it's already formed, it's already available, it's already there, because time doesn't exist. It literally doesn't. And I picked it up because it's already ready. It's ready. It's like a poem that's already written. Where do poems come from? Where do songs come from? They're given, and absolutely every single artist will tell you this. It comes from somewhere. So the same way with any desire. Now, so first of all, that I know that it's ready. It wants to be birthed, whether it comes through me, whether it's a Mercedes or whatever. If I really, really desire it, I can't make myself desire something I don't. Like, I know that probably a Mercedes would be much cooler than a pair of shoes, but if my soul really is stuck on the pair of shoes, I can't make myself want the Mercedes. So I'm honest with myself, I'm conscious to my wants, right? So, first of all, I'm sure that it's formed, that wants to come through. I picked it up, so I'm one of the potential. There is absolutely no question of faith, no question of do I deserve it. I breathe. I picked it up. It came to me, so it's done already. It just wants to be. Now, in the moment I hear that, I immediately think. If I hear my thoughts, I immediately think, oh, where the hell am I gonna look for it now? I have to go on the internet to find it. Oh, how much will it cost? Where will I find it? Oh, I will never find it. It's winter now. Oh, there's too much money. I can never. Oh, whatever I hear, and it gives me in my stomach a feeling of resistance, a feeling of um, it can't happen because I hear that. I've done a lot of meditation, so I hope you did too. So I hear my own resistance to it. So literally, it's like I'm the only creator of my universe. There is absolutely no one that hands me, or am I good enough and gives me this or allows me to have that. There is no such thing. So if you still believe in that, I feel sorry for you. Santa Claus doesn't exist. So, okay, moving on. So I hear my own thoughts. I know I'm the only person that can leave the door open and create that in my reality, or shut the door and not allow it in my reality. So with all the doubts, with all the worries, with all the how, I hear it and I say, ha, I caught you. Or I just literally, by hearing it, I'm like, okay, that's the door closed, so how about we open the door? So I literally look at the thoughts that say this thing that I want. And this is the thing with the want, with the word want, you put a lot of your self-worth, your beliefs, your hang-ups, your whatever bullshit you've got going on. So please understand that which you want wants you. This is why in some books it says that before you call it was answered. That's what it means. It's already created. If you picked it up, that's why so many people end up discovering the same things at the same time on separate parts of the planet and so on, because the thing wants to be birthed, whatever that thing is, right? So that Mercedes wants to come to someone. Now, it's only whether you keep the door open or closed that will come into your reality. So this is how I shift my reality. I hear the want, and I feel by my stomach, if I feel tight, if I feel like I'm pushing shit uphill, if I feel like tense, if I feel the how and the, I hear that. I don't fight that. I just pay attention to it, and I'm like, oh, fuck, this is me closing the door right there. So I'm just by watching it, the door opens. So immediately, by the fact that I watched my thoughts that came up with that particular desire flying that I picked up, Plus, there is another book that says all desire is of the Father. So, okay. So by picking it up, I know for a fact I could birth it, or it will be birthed elsewhere. If I keep the door open and my old hang-ups, my own issues, if I shut them off, it will manifest in my reality because the door is open. There is no resistance. There is no point of view. There is, because as you know, your point of view creates your reality. So pay attention to your points of view. Pay attention to what you call worry, what you call how, what you call your potential, what you call your deserving. Hear those thoughts. That's all you gotta do. How do you know those thoughts are door open or door closed? When the thought comes, when the want comes, do you feel excited about it, or do you feel, do you feel pressure? If you feel excited about it, that means you don't have an opposing point of view. You let that birthing come through, right? So this comes after a lot of work and understanding that there is the universe, it's a mirror, so that there is no third party that can oppose you other than yourself. That's why so many people create their life as a self-fulfilling prophecy. That which you repeat will solidify. Why? Because you create your own reality. When you understand this, you stop asking stupid questions like, why did Hitler happen? How did that happen in that place? And so on. You will understand that the collective conscious, that's where their level of fear, their level of creation visualization, that's what the collective conscious there manifested. There is no one above them sending me blessings and sending them earthquake or whatever, rape or whatever. If it sounds simplistic to you, well, look it up. I mean, it's just as simple as that. You are God. You are the extent of the God of your life. You are the creator of your reality, as I am mine, of mine. So be you change the world. Look around you. Just by people reacting to your opinions, how you dress, how you react, and so on, you are you. You are changing the world. So now, just pay attention that there is another way in which you can look at how your reality is being created. Um, your reality, it's a mirror, and no point putting lipstick on the mirror. You really have to hear whether you leave the door open or shut to that which desires to come through to you. Yeah, pay attention to yourself. That's the only thing. That's the only thing you need to do. You don't need to do affirmations. You don't need to talk at it. You don't need to pray at it. You don't need to do anything. Just pay attention when something happens, how you react to it. That leaves the door open or shut.